Max Strus is returning to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and when he begins to play, the Cavs will truly be unlocked as a team. Strus been out for a while with an ankle injury, but is said to be returning Friday. We're going to jump into that. What his role is with the Cavaliers, we're going to hear from Kenny Atkinson. Welcome to Cavs Digest. Billy Beebe back with you, excited to bring you more Cavs content. The team is 21-4 on the season and lining up a possible beatdown with the Washington Wizards. Last time they played a team like the Wizards, the Hornets, Evan Mobley went off, so excited to kind of see what happens there. You want to plug in with the channel right now. If you've watched one video, if you've watched 10, 100 videos, it's time to subscribe. A lot coming out right now. It's going to be trade rumor season soon. I know Ben Rogers jumped on and did a Ben Simmons video. People not about that idea. Cavs fans also didn't like the Kyle Kuzma idea. I don't know who Cavs fans want to trade for. I can ask that right away. Drop down into the comments, but we'll discuss more options on the channel. It's a great reason that you want to get in here and subscribe. But today, what we are talking about is Max Strus, who is returning for the Cleveland Cavaliers, or at least should be returning for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We predicted, and it was well known, he would be the small forward to start for the Cavs this year, if not the shooting guard that would start for the Cavs this year. An ankle injury literally before their first game of the season. So that was like already a killer in a year where just didn't quite know what the Cavaliers were going to give. And right away, Max Strus was injured, but look, I've said this once, I've said it a million times. The initial prediction was 4 to 6 weeks. I knew that's more like 8 to 12, and that's exactly what it's been. As we said, they're 21-4, so he missed the first 25 games of the season. He missed more than the first quarter of the year. I like Max Strus in some ways. I think he's got attitude. I think he brings a little bit of an edge to the Cavaliers. However, I do believe he is unplayable at times, and he really bumps into some speed bumps as far as efficiency and fitting in and playing well. He's had that issue the past, I want to say, maybe 2 years, you could say, with the Miami Heat. He was benched in the NBA Finals, and then I don't really remember a moment or moments from him against the Magic and against the Celtics. I do remember him getting into it with the refs and a little back and forth. But it is said by Shams Charania that he would return Friday against the Washington Wizards. That's what the Cavaliers are targeting. I know Spencer Davies said that this was the plan all along for the Wizards game or the Brooklyn game, which is, again, when that report comes out and says 4 to 6 weeks, NBA-wise, always expanded a little bit, always predicted to be a little bit more. And I guess when they were waiting for him to practice and look good, he did that, and he's going to do shoot-around tomorrow before the game, and they're going to see how Max Strus is. Now, the big thing for me with Max Strus and what we're going to get here from Max Strus and his whole situation, he has to not only be ready to come back, he has to be ready to stay a part of the team. I have enjoyed the Cavaliers this season. I'm a little annoyed with Okoro and Wade injury-wise. It's just gotten a little old, coming back, getting hurt, coming back, getting hurt. It's just a 1-week injury. No, it's 3. You're missing huge games. We're being judged on games where you're not there. It's just a little aggravating. So with Strus, if you're coming back, let's get down to business, right? Let's make sure you're in it for the long haul and for the rest of the season with this team. Again, he will go through shoot-around. He will kind of see where that's at, and then they will make that decision. Real quick, let's hear from Kenny Atkinson on kind of his thoughts about Max Strus and his return and what they've been doing to get him ready.
A great problem for me, like I don't even see, like it's a good problem to have, and sometimes at this juncture of the season, it's good to have an injection of energy. We were talking about that with the staff the other day. Man, you get some, new blood, and obviously a guy that's been a starter, in this league. And I mean, you're kind of like, wow, we're getting it's like we signed a starting player to our team, and so now we're gonna have to figure out what that integration looks like, what the progression is at, and that's not just what we're doing tactically. It's a discussion, with our performance team, what the minute build-up's gonna look.
So the key thing there that I really liked that Kenny Atkinson talked about, as we'll take a look at Strus' stats from the past 2 years. He said getting Strus back and incorporating him into a winning team, a good team, is basically like adding a key piece, almost like a trade. They're adding that wing that everybody says they need. Now, skill-wise, maybe they not get exactly what they want, but they need a wing. They need wing help, especially, like I said, I'm a little annoyed with the injuries this season. They get wing help by adding Max Strus. They're very excited to do that, to add that consistent 10-plus points per game, a little bit of physicality with the rebounding, a little bit of physicality on defense. I like that for the Cavaliers, to give them almost like a refresh. You know, we're getting farther and farther into the season. They've checked a ton of boxes. They've accomplished a ton of things. You know, to be able to add and do more things with this roster right now, you kind of have to stay motivated, right? Keep things going. It's a long season. We're not even halfway through yet, and it feels like they've done so much. So, yeah, this is another tick. This is another thing the Cavaliers are going to need to do. Incorporate Max Strus, incorporate a new piece. I think that's really, really interesting. I think that's something Kenny Atkinson talking about that there. Incorporating him and adding another piece. Now, how will they do that? Will he be able to fit in? They have played well without him. We've talked in the past about possibly trading Max Strus, and a lot of people lost their mind. I understand. My thing with Kenny Atkinson and why I trust the addition of Max Strus through Kenny Atkinson is
problem for me, you know, like
Coach Atkinson has come out with the standard that if you don't participate in the team flow, if you don't come through, and if you don't do what you are supposed to do, for Max Strus it would be play aggressive, lightly physical defense and knock down your threes in the flow of the game, you are out. You are not a part of this lineup anymore. You are given less minutes. This is the team paid this much money for Max Strus. He's a veteran. The guys like him. I'll ride him out to the end. We've seen it. Guys coming in and out of the lineup. Jalen Tyson comes in and out of the lineup as he plays well, most likely practices well, participates well in scrimmages, I imagine, and then in-game looks good. You've seen him kind of come in and out of the lineup. Dean Wade and Isaac Okoro, more and less minutes, really, depending on how they're playing. And I think Coach Atkinson fully set to do that with Max Strus. I trust Kenny Atkinson at this point in the season. A lot is running through him, and a lot is running through cuts in this offense right now. So Strus will have to not only just get ready to shoot like a knockdown shooter, he's going to have to cut. He's going to bang into people. He's going to have to get with the offense, get with the system. And honestly, I trust Max Strus to do that. He's a veteran. He's been sitting on the bench watching this team win. So when he jumps in, he should have the ability to adapt well with this team, and it should unlock the Cavaliers to a different level. Add more depth, add more shooting, which they've already shot it really, really well, and a little bit more help on defense. I don't really know how to compare Strus, Okoro, and Wade. Those are such different wings. Even it could give Karras less minutes. It could give Mitchell less minutes, Garland less minutes. You know, I think this is just really, really going to help really unlock the Cavaliers. But drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think about Strus coming back, how you feel he'll fit in with the team. Have you been waiting for this? Have you been dreading this? Like, hey, we played so well without him. I don't know what's going to happen when he's added. Let us know down below, and be sure to subscribe to Cavs Digest.